Hey everybody, welcome back to Trail 89 Adventures. I'm Todd. Today I'm out in the Four Peaks area, right off of the 87, and I'm running Forest Road 11. It starts on 143, so the trail that goes up to the top of Four Peaks heads north and it ends on Route 87. So come along with me today and check this one out. I just came across this. I'm right after the beginning of the trail, and this washout is pretty substantial. So it looks like the water's just running down the road, you know, coming down this way and creating just a massive erosion. I could take out the whole road here if it's you know, sometimes when you're out on the trail, you're so focused on the trail and driving and, you know, not driving off the side of a cliff, which are all great things. But sometimes you just got to stop, get out and take a walk, and you will be surprised at the really cool things that you see. I mean, I was driving along this sandy wash trail and I turned my head to the right, and here we go. We've got all these just random rock piles sitting out here. I mean, look at this guy over here. It's standing straight up, split in half. Then you've got this one here at the top, just standing there all by itself like a soldier. And they're just random. There's another one here that's right on its edge. Why is it sitting like that? How long has it been that way? It's just, I don't know. I find myself more and more just getting out and go and, you know, check stuff out that I see. Just park the Jeep, go for a walk, see what's going on, and you find all kinds of stuff. So pretty cool out here. So I came to an intersection here. Looks like we've got a couple potential campsites here. There's one maybe up here on this little ledge there, but I think the more promising would be up here on top of this little hill. Gang, you could camp here, but there's so much glass on the ground here and shell casings. But if you were up here on this dirt part, it wouldn't be too bad. You'd think in this little canyon, the canyon would protect you from the wind, but it is just super windy. It's probably just coming down off the mountain range there. You can see way up there, that's actually Route 87. Coming down from the top of the mountain here, running down that way. You know, there are some other trails. You can see some other trails going up there. There's some that are down in this little valley. They're not on the trail map though. Definitely can hear some people down there on dirt bikes. Well, gang, like normal, something caught out of the corner of my eye, and I'm driving down this trail, and I thought I saw like a windmill over here, or part of a windmill anyway, but I'm gonna go check this out, see what this is. Let's see what's going on over here. You know, stopping and taking a look at this stuff is always kind of fun when it catches your eye and you're like, I gotta go check that out. So, what once was a windmill, you can see it's like everything else out here. It's pretty shot up and rusted. Old water pump station. Assuming this is like a cattle tank. I mean, there's water in here. I don't know if it's rainwater or if this thing actually holds water. I don't know. It's definitely not pumping, so I can't see that that thing is holding water. There's a pipe here, and this thing is full of water, but it looks kind of nasty. Everything's bolted shut. I mean, there's no electricity out here. There's no power. I don't see a solar setup or anything. People have been camping here. If this is a defined water source, you can't camp here. But this thing looks like it has been out of commission for a while. You know, this whole thing with the water was baffling me for a minute. I had to think about it some more because there's a wire coming across this pipe that goes down into that thing. And it just struck my curiosity a little bit. So I sent up the drone, and sure enough, there is a solar panel on top of this water tank. Because there's no way that there would just be water in here. So, what that means is, as cool of a camping spot as this may be, because this is a watering hole for livestock and for wildlife, can't camp here. You got to be a quarter mile away from any watering facility. So no go here. It's a nice flat spot though, but hey, you know what? Water for the animals is pretty critical too. So anyway, like I said, you stop on the trail, you're like, what is that? And you got to check it out, and well, there you are. So anyway, just thought I would add a little bit more to that story. But we're gonna head on back down this trail. Now, it's been primarily sandy wash most of the way. The beginning of it is kind of like that really hard sand. You saw that washout at the very beginning, but the rest of it's been pretty sandy and a wash. I think we're coming up to the hardest part of the trail here, which is supposed to be some kind of ledge. So we're gonna go check that out, and I'll update you there. They've made a bypass here. Thing is pretty high. I mean, it's got to be 3 feet. I think 99.9% of the people coming down this trail are coming down this side, because that's where all the tracks are. There's only a couple tracks here. I don't think I'm going to maneuver down that either. So a little washout here. I actually started to spin my wheels a little bit right in here. I was running it in 4 high, but I just switched over to 4 low and it came right out. But you had to get a little flexy right there in order to get through that. You can see some folks have stacked a couple of rocks in there, but if you hit the right angle and you take the right line on that, shouldn't be an issue really. But I didn't have to put it in 4 low for that. But you can see here, this is pretty washed out. Watch, I'm going to jump down in here, and I am right at, like, my eyes are looking at the handle on the door handle. So wrapping up trail FR11 out at the Four Peaks area right off of 87. In fact, I'm sitting right next to 87 right now because the trail ends at 87. You can probably hear the cars winging by. But the northern end of this trail gets a little more rough. There was some washouts, there was some drop downs into some washes and things like that. It got a little bit more rocky as you kind of came over some of the mountain peaks there. But the southern end, or I said the middle of the trail, is wash, sandy, and then the southern end where I started is more of that hard packed sand, gritty kind of material. Nothing super difficult on this trail. There's a few obstacles that you have to tend with. That one washout could be a little tricky for a stock vehicle with stock tires, things like that. You got to have a little bit of clearance to get through there. Now, there is an alternate trail that you can take that swings around, and that's trail 3486. I don't know what the conditions on that trail are. So it could be, that bypass could be worse than going through that washed out section. But overall, you know what? I didn't know what to expect on this trail. I thought it was going to be kind of lame, really, but it turned out to be kind of fun, even though it wasn't difficult. So I hope you enjoyed watching. Appreciate it. Take care.